So I'm back again. Welcome to my channel. I want to talk about the real being in your 30s and having to move back home, because that is my life. That is my experience, and it's not something I'm proud of. It's not something that I would boast and brag about, but it's the truth. It happens to a lot of us, and I think that we don't talk about it enough. I think that in the Black community especially, we always look down on people when they live at home with their parents, and we have to really stop that, because I was one of those people that if you live with your parents, and I'm just like, like, you need to get it together. Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you still living at home? Are you just lazy? Like, what's going on? But in today's economy, I feel like it's really hard to be out here by yourself, single, paying all your bills by yourself. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's a struggle, but sometimes you need help. I had to really put my pride to the side to be able to ask my parents for help. I'm not even gonna hold you. I have lived on my own for so long, to where the point where when it did come time to, the very last resort, like me asking my parents to come back home, I did everything I could before I asked them, because that was the last thing that I wanted to do, because I've lived on my own for so long and I like my freedom. I like being able to come and go as I please, and having to give all that up to come now live with my parents, having rules, having regulations, and having to check in with somebody, having to ask for permission, like all that is just like for the birds. Like, when you've been doing your own thing for so long and not having to answer to nobody, not having to speak to nobody if you don't want to talk to nobody. Like, it's days that I will go days without talking to somebody other than being at work. Like, I could be at home chilling, not having to talk to nobody, and I would love it, because I'm literally get to, just chilling with me and me, myself. Of course, I could go out and hang out and have company if I want to, but when I'm ready to be by myself and chill and relax, I could do that. But when you live with somebody else, that's not really an option. And I just want to come on here and be transparent about my experience, because I don't think we talk about it enough. I think we look at it as failure. And I know for me personally, I felt like a failure when I had to move back home. I did not like it. And I think that's kind of like what I want to do with my content, is just try to be as authentic as possible and share like my real life stories. I'm not looking for any pity. I want to be as authentic and as real as possible. I'm not looking for any sympathy. I'm not looking for pity. I'm not looking for any handouts. I'm not on here begging for no money. Okay, I got a job, I got a car. Like, I'm not looking for nobody's sympathy. I'm just coming on here being real about my real life experience and what I'm going through. And if there's if there's other people out there that have experienced the same thing or going through the exact same thing that I'm going through, it's like, sometimes you need that encouragement that you can do it, that, it's not the end of the world, that you're going to get through it. And, this is for those people who have to always start over. For me, this is not my first time having to start over from scratch. Like, it's not my first time, but it is my first time having to come back home. So, I know what it's like starting from zero, not having nothing, like from zero, and building yourself back up. I've had to do it plenty of times. And I think that for a lot of people, it's like some people go into panic mode. Some people, they get stressed out, and it can be a very stressful thing, because it's like you're not stable. When for me, like, being unstable is very scary, because it's unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen. You're kind of like day to day type thing. Like, you taking it day by day. You don't know what's going to happen the next day. So I get that it could be scary, but I'm here to let you know that you can do it, and just take it one day at a time. Make a plan, figure out what you got to do. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, swallow your pride, get that help that you need so you can get back on your feet, and know that God has got you. And I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm just gonna point that out. Like, You know, if you don't believe in that, this may not be the channel for you, but I believe in God. And so everything that, you know, my decisions in life, I'm not blaming him for anything that, you know, for the decisions that I've made and placed me in this circumstance, because everything is my fault. Like, I take full accountability for where I am in life. Okay. I know that it's my fault. It's not nobody else's fault. Can't nobody, you know, did nobody make me do anything that I did not want to do. So, this is accountability page all the way 100. You know, I'm not trying to be on here trying to scam the people. Like, I've been seeing some of these videos lately, people getting called out for scamming and being, you know, a grifter. Like, I am not one of them. I got a job. Okay. I got a job, and this is more so just something that I want to do on the side and just be honest. And my bad, y'all. I have to keep like doing these little video blogs because my phone will not let me record long videos. So I have to like do it in chunks, which is annoying. But anyways, this is the best method that I came up with. So this is what y'all gonna get. So y'all just bear with me until I can, you know, get some better equipment for making content, which is the goal eventually. Like, eventually, as I grow and as I, you know, get used to speaking on camera and just producing content, like, of course I'm going to invest in better materials and better quality and all that. But for now, you gonna get these car these car videos, because like I said, I got a full-time job, so I'm either going to record maybe before work. I don't know how that's going to work out. Maybe depending on if I got enough time, or mostly after work, mainly after work, because it's after work. I got time. I got plenty of time after work. So, yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and keep it real with y'all. Like, we on this journey together. Y'all gonna watch me. Like, I kind of want to just make this about my life and where I'm coming from. So, you know, in the next video, I kind of want to talk about, like, how did I end up in this spot? So if you want to hear about how I ended up back at my parents' house, keep tuning in, because that's another journey. Like I said, I take full accountability for my actions. So this is not a blame game. This is not being a victim. I'm not a victim at all. So yeah, we on this journey together, and we gonna see what happens. You know, this is a journey. So like I said, we gonna see what happens, and I'm gonna just try to document what's going on with me as much as possible. So y'all have a blessed day.